Blessings, everybody. I just want to share a word real quick about hush mouth grace. You know, in the Bible, there's a scripture that says, even the fool is wise when he shuts his mouth. And I was just thinking about an old song by Run DMC. It said, you talk too much and you never shut up. Sometimes we can just unknowingly get to rambling and, telling people more than they need to know. Then all of a sudden you get home or be riding in the car like, man, I shouldn't have told them that. That wasn't none of their business. Not that you may have said something that could be detrimental to your life or nothing, but a lot of times if we're just, having a casual conversation, we can over talk at times. Simple as that. Because I was thinking about the old song. He said, talking is the one thing that you could do best. You told the cavity creeps to watch out for crests. And then you wonder how you got in this mess. Just think of what you said and take a guess. You talk too much and you never shut up. So a lot of times when you are quiet, you know what I mean, you learn more. I was reading a book by Joyce Myers, Overload, and she was talking about this husband and his wife was out with a bunch of people, and the people were talking, but the husband was quiet, and the wife got upset because the husband didn't interject on the conversation and speak up on some things that he had knowledge of. So when the wife asked the husband why he didn't say nothing, he's like, look, I already know what I know. So I'm trying to learn what they know that I may not know. And so being quiet can be beneficial a lot. I'm not just gonna say sometime, because once you get to talking too much, you can hinder your next season or your season right now, because ain't nothing worse than being frustrated and speaking up on some things that you don't know about, because we don't know what God is doing. But all I know is when it seems like God is working, at least he's working the most. So, and that's the season you should be the most quiet, because we will be held accountable for every idle word we speak, like the Bible say. And that's one thing that we really need to understand more than anything. We put ourselves in jeopardy, and we could take food out of our mouths with our own mouth when we don't know how to exemplify hush mouth grace. Simple as that. My friend Rhonda, she said her grandmother used to tell her, shut your blasted mouth. Older people, they always have some funny stuff, to say, but it really made a lot of sense if you really listen to what they were saying. I don't know what that means, but I'm pretty sure it means hush to another degree. Even when you used to get a whooping as a kid, you hush now, hush now. You just whooped me. What you expect me to be quiet? You know what I mean? But it's like, hey, in the most detrimental time, this is when it's best to just be quiet. But then, sometimes you're going to have to talk too, because, hey, I guess, remember when you was a kid too, you holler, even though it really hurt, you think it might make them stop. So I don't know where that came from, but hey, I just wanted to roll with it. But anyway, it's so much going on in the world today that you really need to be up on game versus always talking and letting people know what you know. Especially if you're just a person that's just out there wandering, you really not walking in your purpose or nothing like that. And you around influential people. That just really gets up under my skin when, people are around influential people and they doing all the talking. So that let me know right there, let me be quiet because you know everything. So therefore you're going to continue to walk in error and walk around aimlessly, unawarely, because you want to speak something that may gain you entrance into the good club, or the club or something like that. But really talking too much will keep you out of certain circles because they need people to listen. So therefore they can help them that much more when they understand what this person needs. And that's why these people are influential, because they have people that listen up under them. And first of all, they learn to listen, so which put them in position to be in a position that they're in. And so, and the book Joyce Myers has too, Overload. It talks about we need to fast from our words, just like we fast, from food, so we can kill our natural flesh, and not let our flesh overtake us, when we want to flee our youthful lust. Because it's like when you fast from words, something you need not even say. You like, I don't even know why I said that. You know what I mean? Because it's like you just spoke out of emotion, and the way you was feeling at that time. And so now you got to interject on, or even call some people and apologize, because you just felt like you had to say what you said. But in actuality, just hey, just exemplify hush mouth grace. Simple as that. And a lot of times we need to rest our thoughts so therefore our minds and our mouths can hush. You know what I mean? It's like my cousin, we used to get in trouble. His mom would say, "Rest your mouth, rest your mouth, rest your mouth." So I thought about that because I ain't gonna say his name, but anyway, I thought about that because that's what I'd be telling myself sometimes. Rest your mind, rest your mind, rest your mind, because it's like our minds are constantly going. And it's like, especially when you are doing something that's going to benefit you and therefore you can leave a legacy to your kids and your family, whether you be starting a business or a ministry or just fulfilling your purpose, your mind is constantly working on what you need to do or what's next. And so it's like, I'm learning how to just rest my mind and just do what I can do for that day and leave the rest alone when I exemplify hush mouth grace. So I just want to share that real quick. Be blessed. Peace.